I just wanted to park my truck close to the garage and finally relax after 12 exhausting hours at work. But when the door creaked open, I froze. Sitting inside where my F-150 should have been was a spotless white SUV with a vanity plate I knew too well. Hap, Patricia Vaughn's car, the queen of our HOA, and it was parked in my garage. Act 1. The conflict sparks. I'm Thomas Green, 42 project manager living on Willow Bend Drive in Dallas. My home isn't huge, it isn't flashy, but I worked hard for it. That garage, it's my sanctuary, my workshop, my space. And Patricia? Well, Patricia has always been the opposite of sanctuary. She runs our HOA like a dictatorship, handing out fines for Christmas lights, nasty letters for trash cans, lectures at board meetings that drag for hours. She thrives on control. But this was different. I climbed out of my truck, staring at the SUV like maybe it would disappear if I blinked hard enough. But no, it was there, parked bold as brass in the middle of my garage. I pushed open the door into the house, half expecting to find Patricia waiting inside, maybe sipping a glass of water, acting like she owned the place. Instead, silence. Just motor oil and cedar shelves. Then her voice floated from the driveway. "Oh, Thomas, you're home sooner than I thought." She strolled up, blouse, bright folder tucked under her arm, like she'd just stepped out of an HOA hearing. I bit down the anger bubbling in my chest. "Patricia," I asked, steady but sharp, "what the hell is your car doing in my garage?" Her eyes sparkled like she'd rehearsed the line. "Relax." The landscapers blocked my driveway and I had an important board meeting. I knew you wouldn't mind. Just for a few minutes. I laughed, short and bitter. "Not my curb, not my driveway, my garage. Do you hear how insane that sounds?" She waved her hand like swatting away a mosquito. "Don't exaggerate. You're always so reasonable at meetings." Reasonable. That word twisted in my gut. I remembered every letter, every fine, every smug smile when she thought she'd won. She wasn't asking. She was telling. "This isn't about being reasonable," I said, stepping closer. "It's trespassing." Her smile faltered, then snapped back. "Let's not use ugly words. We're neighbors. The HOA encourages us to share resources." Resources. My garage, apparently. Something snapped in me. Act 2. Escalation and turning point. I pulled out my phone, tapped the garage app, and pressed the button. The heavy door rumbled down, echoing like thunder. Patricia's head whipped around. "Wait, what are you doing?" I didn't blink. "Making sure your little few minutes stay right where they belong." The door clanged shut. Her SUV was locked in. Her jaw dropped. "You can't do that. Watch me." Her voice shot up, shrill, bouncing off the quiet street. "Thomas Green, open that door right now or I'll call the police." I leaned on my truck, arms crossed. "Your car is in there because you put it there. I didn't invite it. Or you." Neighbors started peeking out first. Janice from across the street, then Robert with his grease-stained rag, then the Murphys with their twins. Curious eyes hushed whispers. Patricia's drama had an audience. Patricia gestured wildly. "This is harassment. He's harassing me." I almost laughed. Hostility is barging into someone else's garage and acting like it's yours. Don't spin this on me. But inside, my confidence cracked. What if she did call the cops? What if they believed her? HOA president versus me guy who locked someone's car in his garage. Would they slap cuffs on me? Would I end up humiliated in front of everyone? For a split second I thought maybe I should cave. Open the door, let her drive away, sell the house. Start over somewhere without an HOA tyrant. I felt small, powerless. Like everything I'd worked for the home, the dignity was about to be ripped away by one woman with a smug smile and a title. And then I heard Janice's voice, sharp as ever. "Patricia, that's his garage, not the grocery store lot." The crowd murmured. Robert shook his head. "She fined me for working on my car in my own driveway. Now she's breaking into someone else's." One by one the stories poured out: chalk drawings, Christmas lights, trash cans. Neighbors who'd been quiet for years were suddenly on my side. Patricia's SUV wasn't just a car anymore. It was a symbol of every time she'd pushed too far. And for the first time I realized I wasn't standing alone. Act 3. The showdown and justice. Patricia's face burned red. "Enough. If you don't open that door, I'll have the police here in 10 minutes. You'll regret humiliating me." I shrugged. "Go ahead." She hesitated. Not used to being called on her bluff. But pride is a stubborn fuel and hers burned hot. She clutched her phone and dialed. Minutes later, sirens wailed. Lights splashed red and blue against the brick houses. 2 officers stepped out. Officer Lewis calm and steady, and Officer Moore younger alert. "Evening, folks," Lewis said. "Got a call about a vehicle dispute." Patricia rushed forward. "Yes. This man locked my car in his garage. He refuses to release it. That's theft." The officers exchanged a glance. Moore pulled out a notepad. "Ma'am, how exactly did your car end up in his garage?" Patricia's eyes flicked side to side. My driveway was blocked. I parked there temporarily." I raised my hand. "She didn't just park it. She used my garage code without permission. I came home and found her SUV where my truck should be, so I shut the door." Lewis rubbed his jaw. "Ma'am, is that true? Did you enter without permission?" Patricia stiffened. "It's not as bad as he's making it sound. I'm on the HOA board. I've always looked out for this community." From the porch, Janice barked a laugh. "Looked out for yourself, you mean?" Robert chimed in. "She fined me for oil changes. Fined Sophia's kids for chalk. And now this." The murmurs swelled louder, bolder. Years of frustration spilling out. Lewis stepped closer. "Ma'am, entering someone's garage without permission is trespassing. Using his code is unauthorized entry. That's a serious matter." Her face went pale. "Trespassing. No, I didn't think I needed permission. We're neighbors." I stepped forward, steady voice cutting through the night. "Giving doesn't mean taking. You didn't share tonight, Patricia. You stole my space. You invaded my home." The officers turned to me. "Sir, do you want to press charges?" Silence fell like a hammer. Patricia's head whipped toward me, panic in her eyes. "Thomas, you wouldn't. We're neighbors. You can't." I thought about every violation slip, every smug letter. About my dad in the hospital when she fined me for holiday lights. About walking into my garage tonight, seeing her car sitting there like it belonged. "I haven't decided yet," I said finally. "But I know this. I won't open that door until she admits what she did out loud in front of everyone." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Patricia shook her head violently. "No, you can't make me." Sophia, rocking her toddler, raised her voice. "Patricia, you've demanded apologies from us for years. Maybe it's time you gave one." The crowd roared in agreement. The officers stayed silent, letting the pressure mount. Patricia's lips trembled. Finally she whispered, "I'm sorry." I shook my head, louder. Her face burned, but she forced the words out. "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have parked in your garage. I shouldn't have used your code." Applause broke out, not out of forgiveness, but because the untouchable HOA queen had bowed her head. Patricia stood frozen, shoulders slumped, phone limp in her hand, pride shattered on my driveway. I'd won. Not by shouting, not by fists, not by pressing charges, but by standing firm and letting the truth speak louder than her pride. She climbed into her SUV, started the engine, and drove off. No one waved, no one smiled. They just watched her leave. Closing line. Respect isn't enforced with fines or titles. It's earned by honoring boundaries.